Hello everyone, welcome back. So something a bit different today. So this is going to be my attempted vlog of my trip to the Art and Olfaction Awards 2018. So I didn't really vlog this when I was there, but I did capture a couple of quick clips of famous fragrance people, which was quite exciting. And so yeah, somehow I got myself into this thing. I emailed the person in charge of it, Saskia, thank you very much to her, and she allowed me to go. So and it was thanks very much to Sven Pritzkoleit, the perfumer behind SP Parfums Lignum Vitae Forte, and of course all their other perfumes, who invited myself and Claire from the Smurfy Girly channel to the awards. Claire was on holiday, so I had to go on my own, and I met Sven outside. It was really exciting to be at my first fragrance award ceremony. So this award ceremony celebrates artisan, independent and experimental perfumes, and it's been going, I think, 4 or 5 years. So basically it is an indie niche artisan kind of perfume awards. Very exciting. A lot of big names and faces are there, some of whom we're going to see very shortly, including, of course, myself. Just kidding. No, but in fact, amazingly, a couple of people there who, to me, big shots in the fragrance world, did even seem to know who I am. So maybe some of them actually occasionally watch YouTube, which is incredible. But it really, for me, it was a big day out, and great for me to crawl out from underneath my rock. So first of all, we've got Victor Wong here, who I met from Zoologist Perfumes. Of course, his fragrance Elephant was up for an award. It didn't win, but it did win the Mr. Smelly award for my favourite one in its category. The perfumer behind that one was, I met him there, and that's Chris Bartlett, an English gentleman. Fantastic kind of green, woody fragrance, supposedly symbolising the rampage of a herd of elephants through a forest, which is actually a really nice fragrance. And he was a really nice gentleman, Chris Bartlett, the perfumer, and Victor Wong equally so. Actually met Chris Bartlett because I was asking how I should pin this little badge on that you had to have to show that you were allowed to be there. So that was kind of funny. Oh, who's this? Well, you might recognise Andy Tower, the famous, the legendary man behind Les du Desert Moroccan and many other wonderful fragrances from the Tower Perfumes house. So this is amazing indie niche perfumer Andy Tower, who was kind enough to have a little chat with me. I got about 5 minutes, just me and Andy Tower talking about perfumes, and he was very gracious indeed, and we had actually a really good conversation, which I hugely enjoyed and will remember always. He did talk a little bit about his new creation, L'Oud, which I will be hopefully sampling soon because he's going to send me some apparently, and I talked a little bit about the difference between Les du Desert Moroccan and Au Cœur du Desert, two of his big sellers, and we even talked about the first one that he made, number 1, which is Maroc Pour Elle, which we both agreed should have really been labelled as unisex. Katie Puckrick was there as well. I didn't get a chance to talk to her, but she did walk past me in a corridor and hold open a door for me. So that was my claim to fame, but then I bottled out the chance to introduce myself and maybe get her to get do a guest appearance on the Mr. Smelly channel. Wouldn't that be fun? What a pairing we'd make. But yeah, anyway, I did see her, but didn't get to chat. Here's Sven Pritzkoleit, the man behind SP Parfums, who did Lignum Vitae Forte, subject of my recent review. He was absolutely lovely company, a really good laugh, and of course hugely knowledgeable. Brought me some samples of some of his other fragrances, and it was great to meet him in person. And another presenter at the awards was Miguel Martos, the famous Fragrantica writer. Sarah McCartney there from 4160 Tuesdays, and there she is. That's a great perfume house, by the way, if you haven't heard of them. 4160 Tuesdays, the people behind the sexiest scent on the planet ever, IMHO, and there she is presenting one of the awards, all the winners, because I'll leave the link to the website for that, and I'll let you go and if you want to find out more information about the nominees and the winners. My purpose here is not to go through that. Also, I met Jana from the Tommelise channel and her boyfriend. They were an absolutely charming couple, and Jana, of course, a great YouTuber with a massive interest in this kind of stuff, the indie niche world. So it was amazing to meet her, and of course, Sven Pritzkoleit from SP Parfums created his perfume Powder and Dust especially for her. So of course, it was rather appropriate that they were both there. We went to a bar after the event. There was a club where it was the after party, but there was a bit of a queue. It looked a bit rowdy for me, so we skipped that. But it was a real pleasure to meet all of those guys and go for a quick drink afterwards before I got an Uber home in a rather tipsy state. So that was my experience of the Art and Olfaction Awards, a great awards for indie and niche and artisan perfumery. So thank you ever so much for watching this slightly different episode, just a little quickie for you, and whatever you're doing in life, let's project. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.